Hello everybody and a very good evening. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. How are you? It's lovely to have you here with us this Tuesday. It's been a very busy Tuesday as well. We've already had a masterclass today. If you missed it a little bit earlier on, it was all Halloween skewed, but it was a brilliant show actually. If you get a chance to watch that back, and no doubt it will probably crop up on CTV 24/7 a little bit later on. In fact, right after this show, so do make sure that you stay with us. This show, Launch Party, where we bring you a lot of our recent launches, things that you might have missed. So things like, for example, yesterday's launch of our paper pleating collection, things like on this show we've got the pearl powders, loads and loads of goodies on this show which you can pick up. Shop the show basically. Trying to think what else we've got as far as things that you might have missed. The cracker as well. That's still proving really, really popular. We'll be looking at all of that and more over the course of the show. It's a launch party also that has two launches. We've got the launch of our amazing paper punches. We've got Halloween, we've got fall, we've got Christmas in different sizes for you too. We might have had a little sneaky peek of those a little bit earlier on. So a lot of the stock has disappeared, but we'll talk more about that with Craig in just a second. And we've also got the launch of this year's Christmas ornament. Yes, it's Father Christmas this year. There he is, look, in his sleigh, looking totally slay. He's got Crafter's Companion written on his sack. And he's got a little present there as well, which I think is super cool. You can pick this up. We'll get the details up later on, but it's £6 and change. Is it about $7, I think? But grab it. Very popular earlier on. If you've collected our ornaments over the years, you will no doubt want to add this into your collection too. Limited edition, of course. More on that in just a little while, but let's say hello to the main man himself, who is over the other side of the studio, ready to get excited about our new launch and indeed recap on all the launches that we've had recently. It's Mr. Craig Laird, and we've got a stacked show, haven't we, today?
We do indeed. You keep dipping into a little bit of Irish, you do.
I know, I don't know why.
Don't know why. You're doing that.
To be sure.
But you are doing that. I can't do accents, so I'm going to stop. Yeah, so we've got a stacked show. We're going to be having a look at the launch of the punches that we did have a look at earlier on within Masterclass. We're going to have a look at them. We're going to have a look at the layering pads that I've not played with yet. We're also then going to be having a look, probably going to have a maybe look at the pearl powders as well. What we're also going to be doing is maybe dabbling in with the paper pleater in a moment, but when it comes to the paper pleater, we're going to be using that with the crackers. That's where we're going to start off, Ben, with our crackers. I'll show you more samples once we come back, but you're going to make the most beautiful, elegant crackers. However, the one that I'm going to do when we come back and start the demo is actually going to be all blues, and we're going to be doing it for a baby boy, not Christmas.
Ah, a gender reveal cracker.
Well, no, because
it's blue.
If you hand them the cracker that's blue,
oh yeah,
you'll know it's a boy.
You know
what you could do is yellow or
and then it would be
mint.
A gender.
And then something inside that's blue or pink, mint.
Or mint.
Mint.
Yeah.
And then as they pull the cracker,
you find out.
The gender is revealed.
We did have creepy crackers as well on the show on Friday, and then went into one of those bargain stores over the weekend and see that they copied our idea. Halloween crackers. I didn't even know it was the thing. I was very excited that we mentioned that last Friday and then found out that companies are already doing them.
Technically, I'm going to hold you to that, whereas technically, I was the first one to do it 2 years ago with our Ultimate Pro embossing board, the side that has the cracker on it. I done a Halloween one 2 years ago.
Was it called a creepy cracker though?
No, it's called a Halloween cracker.
Ah, there you go. Were you doing it before the stores were doing it?
Yes, I was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
So it was you that started the trend to have them in stores?
I started the trend, I did indeed. If I remember back, I'd done 4. I'd done that, I'd done Christmas, I'd done a baby girl, and I also done an acetate one.
An acetate cracker?
I did indeed.
That would be hard to pull.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
The person who gave the cracker to, they're still trying to do it now, 3 years later.
You know the difference now, though? It's what you would do is you would wrap it in the tissue paper inside, the gift inside. Wrap it in the tissue paper, put it in the acetate cracker, and they wouldn't see it.
Even more uses for your tissue paper as well, for those people who were thinking, what are we going to use the tissue paper for? We've got Jan on the socials tonight, ready for the show. Kate Schuster joins us from New Jersey. Hillary says, hi everyone, from Hillary and Holly Collie. Jane Adams says, good morning everyone from another... Good morning everyone. Good morning everyone from another hot day in fabulous Las Vegas. Wishing we could get under 100 degrees. Wishing we could get up towards 100 degrees. Whoop Whoop says, Laurie, it's launch party time. Kirsty D joins us. Jessica Stricker joins us, as does Stephen Nicole, Michelle and Crystal Hodges. Zoe Carver says, good evening all from me and Brian. And hello to Ruth Miser, says, hi Jan, Ben, Craig and crafty people. Lois is in, and also Samantha Cheney. Oh, nearly forgot. We've got another giveaway in this show. I'm on the ball. I'm on the ball. Today, we've done National Homemade Cookies Day. It is also Pumpkin Spice Day. So we're gonna do a vote on this show. Pumpkin spice, yuck or nice, right? So you have to let us know, are you a fan of pumpkin spice? Basically, to get in the draw for these at the end, yuck or nice? I mean, you don't like yuck or nice? No, but pumpkin spice, it has to rhyme with, so pumpkin spice, something or nice. That's why I've done it like that, you see. So, but what do you want the horrible word to be? Gross or nice? Whatever we can...
Pumpkin spice, nice, or pumpkin spice, yikes.
Just say whether you like it or not. It's getting really confusing now. Pumpkin... There's no point asking him, is there? But let's ask him anyway. Pumpkin spice?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm sort of ambivalent, really. You mean like the flavour, like in the coffee flavours? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not. Well, here's the thing: I wouldn't go, ugh, but I also wouldn't necessarily order one. But if someone bought me one, I would probably drink it. It's very much like parsnips to me, in that I wouldn't necessarily ask for parsnips, but if they were on my plate, I would eat them.
Sweet parsnips.
Mm. Pumpkin spice is always nice, says Janelle.
Yeah. Mm. Did you know tomorrow's National Parsnip Day?
Yes.
Could you imagine if it was?
I wouldn't be surprised. There's a National Day for everything, isn't there now?
Tell me about it.
Right, the cracker die. The showstopper actually, if you go for the showstopper, you get the dies to be able to create the cracker, and it pretty much works out that you're getting all the accessories for free. So the hats, the jokes, the notes, and the tissue to go with it. You can buy more of those if you want. So if you're making lots of crackers, maybe you've got loads of friends coming around and you want more, you can buy more of the jokes and the hats individually on the website. But it's £23.99. There's your die, which is going to cut your cracker out. And again, you know, Craig will talk you around this. Debbie did a great job on Friday as well, showing you how you can make the crackers like fatter, how you could extend them as well, and using all the different materials too. You've also got the dies there to be able to decorate these up. With little tags and snowflakes and embellishments. So it's 16 dies in total that you're getting in the set. You then also get all of your hats. So you'll get these in a selection of different colours. It's basically 6 colours you're going to be getting, 2 of each. So you've got greens, a few of these have gone missing already, but greens and yellows, oranges and blues in there. Then you've also got your tissue papers as well. Again, 3 colours, 4 sheets of each. So you've got the gold and the silver. You do get the white in there as well, which I think has gone missing, but you get that included in your pack. And you've also got your jokes, 12 of these. Do you want 1 or 2? I did that one the other day.
Are they funnier than your jokes?
Come on. Come on. I told the doctor all I could hear was buzzing. He said, don't worry, there's a bug going round.
Haha.
Why did the man fall down the well?
I don't know. Why did the man fall down the well?
Because he couldn't see that well.
Oh, ha ha ha.
And
how many did you actually write and send to product development before they picked those 12?
I never got a point. Never asked me.
No, do you know why?
Why?
Because you would have had to get percentage of the sales.
Ah, that's why. So the jokes are all right, you know, not Moseby standard. And then some of your positive affirmations.
I wrote all these.
You are so loved. You wrote all these. Do something nice for someone today. Share 3 things you're grateful for. And lastly, deliver a treat to someone you know. Yeah, he did write these. He did write these. Candles for me, please. Right, so $23.99 or $27.96. Keep trying new things. There's another one he wrote.
Why do you think I've been pushing the sales of the crackers? Joke, by the way, that doesn't happen. We don't get percentage.
Right, let's get in and let's have a look at some samples, and then hopefully you're going to show us how easy it is to make these cracking crackers.
Absolutely. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to make it smaller. And what I mean by that is you can do a 6-sided cracker, or of course simply by chopping off a section, you can do a 5-side or a 4-side or even a 3-side if you want. So let's have a look at some of these ones here. Now you can expand and you can go to town. Please keep in mind, you do that, you're going to be left with a larger aperture. So do keep that one in mind. But if you're maybe planning on doing something different, then do the larger one. But then this is one that you can make straight from your pattern paper and then, of course, decorate it till your heart's content. Make them a little bit longer just by joining 2 together and then adding your Christmas sentiments. This is one that I done on Hobby Maker on Saturday. So I'd done that one and I even decorated the ends. And I'm going to show you that within this demo because a few people seen a picture and said, well, you don't get that die. All that those ends are, Ben, is that die cut in half.
Yeah.
And then it's just stuck on each side. So that's all that it is. And then just finish that off with the dies that come included. That ribbon is from Jingle All the Way. So you can do that. And then this one, a little bit different, Ben. If you go across onto my Craig Laird CC Crafter's Companion YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I done this one and that's up there for you to see now. So that one was actually kind of like wedding themed and I used Sarah's Floral Elegance for this one here. So the 12x12 pad, the luxury card, the wax seal, the little bit of dried flowers, all of that is from Sarah's signature Floral Elegance. And these panels here, Ben, I've cut into them and put acetate at the back. So that's how I created that one and the top as well, and it gives you that embossed look. So you'll find that across on my Craig Laird CC YouTube channel. So let's go along. Crackers, okay, traditionally, certainly here in the UK, we tend to make them, of course, for Christmas time. We'll tend to make them for that time of the year. Now, with a cracker, use it as a way to give gifts. So you can make it for weddings, anniversaries, Halloween, Christmases, new birth, or of course, what we're going to do here is for a baby boy. So I've got some baby blue Centura Pearl. And I'm just going to pop my die on into position. Now, this sort of die, Ben, you would be able to cut without the magnetic shim.
Yeah.
Because it's quite simplistic. However, I'm going to say put the magnetic shim in because you want the detail embossed lines to be pushed into the cardstock. If you take the rubber embossing mat, magnetic shim out, you're not going to get a real proper embossed line from the score lines. If you hear that noise, that's absolutely normal, even although we've been using our plates day in and day out, because these are all straight cutting blades.
Yeah.
I put that loosely because they're not actually sharp to touch. That is just the straight blades going into the plastic. So don't worry about it. It's a normal sound. And then that is the outer of your cracker. Keep those little bits because you can use them to create backgrounds for your cards. I know there was a finished sample that Debbie had
did,
done. They're not in with me on this one. But if you go back to Masterclass earlier on, when I showed you some samples, I showed you, of course, a sample that Debbie had done using the offcuts. Now, this is where you've got all of your score lines and you've got your blue or your glue tabs. So if you want to then make it a 5-sided cracker, all that you're going to do, Ben, is you're going to chop one of these off. If you want to then, of course, make it a 4-sided, you're going to chop 2 of these off. Always chop the opposite end as to where your glue tab is. So this has got our glue tab, so you're going to cut away from the opposite side. Yeah. So let's just chop one off and make it a 5-side. So all that I'm doing is the score line right down, the last one we're just chopping off. And we don't need that, and now we're left with our cracker outer case, which will become a 5-sided. And then for the next few moments, Ben, all I'm going to do is fold and burnish these.
Whilst you are folding and burnishing, we can say hi to Diane from Michigan. Pumpkin spice, says Hillary, and then she's done like an emoji face puking up.
Oh.
That means she doesn't like it, I think. I am a super fan of pumpkin spice. Bring it in any and all forms, says Lisa P.
Good, Lisa.
I detest coffee, says Laura, so I will never try pumpkin spice latte. Lol. When did they start doing that in the coffee shops?
I don't know. For me, it's only like
All year round.
yeah. Were you meaning as in like when?
No, when, well, there's two questions now, because I know I was meaning when do they start doing it in a year, but you're thinking I was asking when do they start doing it full stop?
Yes, yeah. So I don't know whether they started 4 years ago or 6 years ago. I don't know when that started. As of what you were actually asking,
Yeah,
it's September the start. But this year, that chain with the star in it, where you get your coffees,
yeah.
Starbucks, what they've done this year is
Yeah.
you could get your pumpkin spice latte 2 weeks before it was available to the general public, but you could only order it through their app. So if you had their app, you could order a pumpkin spice latte and then pick it up at your nearest Bucks.
Yeah.
So that's why, because I think it's only just been maybe a week or two that they've been now available for the autumn time.
A bit sneaky, isn't it?
A good way to get people to download your app.
Yeah, it is.
Really good way. Because I did have their app anyway, but I didn't really use it. Whereas now, I know it sounds like I buy them all the time. I really only buy them when I'm down at Hobby Maker.
I always see you on your socials, you tend to stop. That's where you stop, isn't it, on your journey to get one?
Yeah. And then maybe if I'm there for a few days, I'll stop on the morning of my shows. Now, the reason I have continuously ordered on the app, that is because I've now realised you do get points. Anything. And I'm now currently sitting at 3 free large drinks.
Nice.
So I really do need to start using them up, but I'm just going to let them accumulate for a little bit longer.
Got any long trips down to Hobby Maker coming up?
Yes, Yeah.
There you go then, sorted.
Sorted. And so there we go. So all that I'd done there was just folding. So all of the folds, apart from these middle ones, Ben, are all mountain folds, i.e. these fold upwards. And then the middle section of the diamonds, they are valleys, as though they dip like a valley. So that is us got our cracker. We will then come along and assemble it together like that. But because we want to decorate it, what we're going to do is we're going to decorate it first. And the way that we're going to do that is let's take one of 3 of the decorative panels. So I'm going to use this one here.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a couple, and then I've got all 5 already done. And then it's a nice speeded way to actually get your cracker done.
Michelle is thrilled to catch the live crafty show. She says, it's been a while. I love the new products. Always do different. It makes my crafty heart happy. Thank you for all the time, effort and creative inspiration. Carol says, I'll pass on the pumpkin spice coffees, but I do love a good pumpkin bread or pie. Yeah, pumpkin soup as well. Nice. Not so much. Pumpkin seeds as well. Very nice.
Okay, I've not actually tried a pumpkin soup. Yeah.
Roasted pumpkin seeds in the oven. You know, like after you've made your pumpkins with the kids this year.
Yeah.
We were roasting the pumpkin seeds in the oven last year. A bit of garlic, bit of olive oil on top. Very nice and very healthy, I'm led to believe.
Okay. I've noticed just the last couple of days, I've noticed that there's pumpkins available now in the supermarkets. Now, I wouldn't buy one right now to then start to carve out because it'll be, mank it by the time Halloween comes. But I might buy a little one and then scoop out the inners and make a soup.
Yes, why not?
Why not?
So you do a carved pumpkin every year, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
It's fun. I like doing it, yeah. Really nice, and then having that pumpkin just at the side with a little candle inside.
Are you someone who does like a traditional sort of scary pumpkin, or are you one of these people that like carves out a scene? Because people get very creative with pumpkins nowadays.
They do,
don't they?
yeah. No, I'm very one that just carves out that jaggy mouth.
Yeah.
And the diamond eyes, and that's it.
Like from the opening credits of Halloween.
That's it, yeah. And it is quite literally like that by 2 days after Halloween, when it's been sitting there in a warm living room for about a week and a half. It's starting to then just mangle down, like the credits of Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I should set up a camera on it, eh? And
like
just do
time
like a time lapse of it. It's just mangling and going, and then just
What's it gonna do?
over it, just go. Yeah.
Oh dear. Wait for that coming on Craig's socials very soon. Time lapse of a pumpkin getting mangled. Hi Christy Mahoney, hi Jen Shank and Mary Beth Doyle, hi Cat Butt, and hi to Kathy Myers. Also hi to Tina Jolly, who says, hello you handsome fellows. Well, thank you Tina. I finally came for the powders and of course my yearly ornament. Why you ask? Because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday to
ya. She says, tell me happy birthday and my day will be made. Well, we're not telling you happy birthday, we're singing it. Look at that, you see.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Tina. Have a fantastic day.
For sure.
Deborah Noss loves a pumpkin spice coffee.
Nice.
And Julie says, I used to love their seasonal coffees, but now they are going cashless soon. I won't be using them anymore.
I've read about that. I wasn't sure how legit that would be across here, but...
Michelle says, Craig, be careful about waiting to use your points. I had almost 400 points when I went to go use it to redeem them for a cup, and they took them.
Yeah, sorry, I'm keeping an eye on the use by date of the points.
Yeah.
So I'm all right. I'm
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, you have to watch for things like that, don't you?
Yeah. Laura Simmons says, here in Seattle, autumn has kicked in the door, yelling, I'm here. Forget pumpkin spice, it's hot chocolate season, says Laura Simmons.
Oh, see, I wouldn't thank you for that.
Yeah, see, I'm not bothered about hot chocolate either.
No.
Not too fussed about that. I'd rather eat chocolate than drink it.
Or neither, unless it's white chocolate. I'll eat.
So is white hot chocolate a big thing as well then?
So it's not a big thing. Galaxy, is it not Galaxy, Options do a white chocolate powder.
Yeah.
And then Hotel Chocolat for their Velveteen machine? Velvetizer. Velveteen, that's a wrestler.
Velveteen,
yeah. They have a white chocolate for their Velvetizer. But other than that, I'm not aware of any other brands that do like a white chocolate. For me, it's like sweet whole milk. That's what it kind of tastes like. So, yeah. So you do get them. You do get them out there. Now, I'm only doing a couple of these ones. What you can do is 2 of them I will use for the edges that we'll show you in a moment. And then these 2 here, I'm going to take just some blue checker card that I've got. Now you can, if you want, cut your cardstock with that die and then stick that over the top.
Yeah.
But because this is a simple rectangle, I actually find it easier, Ben, just to stick it onto the card and then trim around.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go around with my tacky glue and I'm going to position this into place and do the same with that one.
One Bonvi says, glad a die was created for this. The template was more challenging for doing multiples. Janelle says, I'm sipping some hot cocoa whilst watching right now. It was a chilly morning for sure here in Washington. And Carol says, I do a chocolate coffee every morning whilst watching these morning shows.
Chocolate coffee.
Just give me a cup of coffee. That's all I... Nice white coffee will do me, thanks very much.
White coffee. I occasionally have a coffee. What I've been having every morning, apart from the last few mornings, funny enough, is I've now been making my own iced coffees.
Oh, tell you what, I'll send Daisy round your house at some point then.
She into them as well?
She is massively into iced coffees. Whether we go out, she'll have an iced coffee, or she makes her own at home now as well.
Yeah. They're really easy. Really, really easy.
Why have they become... Oh, I saw your video. You did like a whole reel on it, didn't you?
Yeah,
making iced coffee.
I think it's off the back of the coffee chains. And then a lot of people realising how expensive they are, and it all adds up. And this trend has started to come alight as just people making their own ones, which really is, all it is just using instant coffee with hot water, and then I bung mine in the fridge and let it go cold overnight.
Yeah.
Really simple.
And then loads of ice cubes.
Loads of ice cubes, yeah. So if I take these ones here, and these would position them into place. Now what to do with this die specifically, Ben, just watch, if you're like me and you like things to be symmetrical and in a certain way, this one, if you notice here, see this diamond here? So I always make sure that the diamond is to the same side. What I mean by that is if I have that one that way, see how the diamond's to the right and that diamond's to the left?
Yes.
That one there.
Yeah.
So for me, that would bug me.
Ah, I see what you mean.
So if like that one was there, I tell you what, let's bring, so these are the ones that I've already done. So there's the diamond there. So I want to have them all on the right-hand side, that little diamond. So if I bring these ones in here, see, that's what I mean, I've done that the wrong way, that one and that way. So I like to have them all facing the right way. It would bug me if maybe like that one was that way and then that one was that way.
I see.
It would just annoy me.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I get that.
Not as if there's a right or wrong way. It's, for me, I like things kind of in line,
yes,
in the same way, symmetrical, and then do the same for these. So for the ends, all that I would do is let's just chop it completely in half, because we'll need to do a little bit of trimming. And then if I stick that on, so I'm not going to mat and layer this on with the blue gingham card. I'm just going to come along and I'm just going to pop that into here.
Yep.
Like so. I'm just going to press, and then I'm going to bring that one into the other side. So I'm going to bring that one across into here. So we've got that overhang. And then what I would then do is let that dry. So I would let that dry and then simply come along with your scissors.
Trim.
And trim them off. So it's a nice way to also decorate the edge. Otherwise, they're just left with a solid blue, which does look nice, but it looks even better if we start to then layer up the full section. So what we're going to do, I don't know why I've assembled this cracker, but I have done. So let me show you how I've done it on here. I'm just going to use my tape runner for this one.
Yeah.
I would, as always, tend to use either my red liner tape or my tacky glue. And I'm just going to fold that one into place, into the glue tabs. So I'm going to get that so that it's in position, like so. I'm just going to put something underneath just to press, get that strength. And then same with the glue tabs. We're going to press, and then we're going to press. And that's how we're going to get to our cracker shape.
Cool.
I would layer up all of the components to start with, but as I said, for here, I have done the edges. I've just not done these ones. So all that I'm going to do is start to then layer all of these inner panels, and then we'll start to, what we'll do is we'll make a quick rosette.
Yeah.
And then finish it off.
Are you doing any more crackery stuff later on in the show?
In this show?
Yeah.
No plans to.
Okay. I've just had one question, and I know probably more will follow. All I will say is Craig will probably be able to describe this, but if you want to see Debbie doing it, go back and watch Friday Night Live from this last Friday, because Chica's just asking how you can make the crackers longer, because you can make them longer and you can also make them bigger as well, can't you? You
can. What I would say, watch Debbie's show.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to watch Debbie's show.
Right.
Because I've not tried making them smaller or elongating them yet.
Yeah.
I know you can do them.
Yeah.
And I've got an idea of how I would do it, but 100%, I'm not going to come on here tonight and try and do it without knowing for sure. So what I would say is go back and watch Debbie's show.
There we go.
On Friday.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And like you say, she covered everything and did all of the different ways to be able to use it. So yes, Chica, Friday Night Live last week. Laura says, I could drink hot chocolate year round. Never understood people claiming it's too hot in the summer for hot cocoa, yet they drink coffee daily.
Good point. Good point.
Mary Beth Dawes says, I have chocolate mousse flavoured coffee beans. And Carol says, hi Craig and Ben, I've been watching you and I've noticed the beaded bracelets that you are wearing. Is there some significance to them? Well, mine was sent in by a lovely viewer because I tried to get some bracelets when I was on holiday in Turkey and I couldn't get any to fit my wrist. Then lovely Rebecca and her daughter sent some in for me. So that's what mine are. Mine say Turkey, Ben and Crafter's Companion. And were yours made by a friend?
Yeah, my friend's wee one. So the pink one has got Clemmy's name on it, so our family dog Clemmy. The blue one has got our past family dogs, which happen to all be boys.
Oh.
So before Clemmy, there was DJ.
Yeah.
And then before DJ, there was Prince.
Yeah.
He was a rescue dog, so P for Prince. And then our very first dog we ever had was Aggie, so A for Aggie. And then my other love in life, WWE. So yeah.
And, as if by magic, you've got a spiffing watch there as well, which is new, isn't it? That's about a week or so old, is it?
About a week now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very posh.
Yeah. Well, you see, the rollers from this cracker die's come in really handy.
See? Yeah. It's a
Joke!
It's a 10 grand watch, that is.
It's not that cheap.
One Bobby says, yes, these are easy to make at home, and now with the packets you just have to... Oh, sorry, coffee you're talking about, iced coffee. Easier and less expensive to make at home, and now with the packets you just have to add hot water and pour over the ice. And Anne says, Dunkin' has frozen hot chocolate. If it's frozen, it's not hot chocolate. I do like their mint hot chocolate a lot, though, you say.
There's lots of different coffees and hot chocolates now, isn't there?
And fuzzled with it all, I do, especially all the coffees.
Yeah. And then you've got your coffee syrups and then your coffee toppings.
Yeah. They always look at you very sort of confused now if you go into a coffee shop and say, can I just have a white coffee?
Like,
what?
oh.
You want what?
You want what?
Sorry, it's an Americano with milk is what I've learnt.
Excuse me, we've got all those flavours.
Why did Craig cut off part of the cracker at the beginning, says Kim?
To make it smaller.
Yeah. He just wanted to make it four-sided as opposed to five. That was it, really. Or five. Yes.
Five instead of,
it's
yeah.
Four, yeah.
Yeah.
And as I say, if you go back and watch Debbie's show from Friday, you'll see her making it bigger.
There you go.
Carol says, Craig, I love your WWE watch.
Thanks.
And one Bobby says, my brother is a WWE fan. I'll have to show him that watch.
Yeah, you must do.
It wasn't really 10 grand, by the way. Or was it?
Well, I didn't tell you how much it was.
No,
so
you didn't actually. But it wasn't 10 grand. That much we do know.
I can assure you. I can absolutely.
It was 20 grand.
100% assure you that it was dearer.
Knew it.
No.
I just want that to have a spinny face, but it doesn't, does
I really wanted it to have a spinny face as well.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? There was an option for the other WWE Championship belt, but it was even bigger and like wider, like the old WCW heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want that one.
No.
I don't want that one. So I went with that one instead. I still look at my phone for the time as well, because it's been years since I've worn a watch.
Yeah.
So I need to get into the habit again.
Are you right-handed though?
No, I'm. Yes, yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Just find it weird that you wear your... Because I'm right-handed, but I've always worn a watch on my left wrist.
Yeah, I've recently realised that with a lot of people, that whatever hand that they write with or do things with, they wear the watch on the other wrist.
Hand,
Yeah, and I can understand to stop it catching at that.
But not you.
But not me.
Oh, Nicola's the same as Craig, left-handed, but she wears her watch on her left. Yeah. By the way, the paper pleating which Craig is using here is also on the show. We'll look at that in more detail for you a little bit later on.
We will.
All on Shop the Show. Keep the comments coming through as well. We'll have another prize winner at the end of the show. Can't believe I've just looked at the clock. We're 35 minutes in, mister.
I know.
It's flying over.
I know. But technically, I am using two collections.
Yeah.
Usually I'd be panicking thinking I need to wrap it up
Yeah.
to move on. And I do, but I have jumped over to the paper pleating. So if you didn't see the paper pleating, or I was about to say if you didn't see it, go back to yesterday. If you didn't see it and you're wondering exactly what I'm doing, then if we get a chance within this show, we will kind of talk you through it. If not, go back to yesterday with myself and Ben.
Yeah.
And the launch show, it wasn't in our first show, which it usually is. Launch day yesterday was in our 5 p.m. show.
Yeah.
So, which was obviously what, 12 noon, 11 a.m. 12 Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, or 9 a.m. Pacific time. So, taking these two to create the rosette.
Lovely.
So this is the smallest rosette. And then now that we've done 2, we are then going to put these ones together, like so. We're just going to bunch these ones up. It's a nice way with the, I know we're still obviously on the cracker at the moment, but the rosette or the paper pleating, you could do the flower, you could do the star. There's many of them that would work really, really well with, of course, the cracker. And I just thought, while we're doing a blue cracker for a baby boy, then why not just come along and decorate the cracker with, of course, a rosette.
Mm-hmm.
So we can now start to open this one up. If you didn't see yesterday's show and you're thinking, gosh, Craig, the middle's going to be a little bit messy, don't worry, because we'll be covering that up. There was punches.
3 punches, yeah.
And I don't mean the punches that we have in this show,
No.
i.e. the Halloween and autumn ones. We've got some 3 kind of generic punches. What I mean by that, you've got a heart, you've got a circle, and then you've got a star as well. And that's what's then going to cover the centre. So I'm just going to then pinch that a little bit more. And then talking about punches, if I bring them in, let's go in. Let's do it, tell you what, because I'll be using that to sit it on. So let's do a circle. And let's do the circle. It's a good opportunity to show you as well how our punches go through 310 GSM with that baby blue. And then we're going to pop it out. And then there we go. It's just going to finish off the centre.
Perfect.
In actual fact, so that is the circle die that comes in with the cracker. I've just used my own one. I'm going to put that on the top because then that's going to tie in with the whole
Very nice.
of our cracker. And do you know what I've not done? So let's use our chunky glue, is I've not put on my hot glue. So let's take our ribbon. So this is just my ribbon that I've got from home. It's just some blue satin ribbon. And I'm just going to then tie it. Remember, within the packs as well, you've got your tissue paper. So you could take the blue tissue paper, I've got blue on the brain.
You have.
You could take the white tissue paper, or even the silver one would look nice as well. Then wrap your gift in it and put it in, or your little jokes and your hats, you can put that in.
And again, we don't sell the bangers, a few people are asking, but you can get those off that well-known internet site beginning with an A.
Or a well-known UK high street craft store.
Ah.
Sell them.
Okay.
They do indeed, where you can get lots of hobby needs. And if you like your crafting, you'll find it there as well.
Thank you. Stephen says, are you sure the watch didn't come out of a cracker? That definitely didn't come out of a cracker. I mean, that would be a generous cracker.
Who said that?
That was Stephen.
Stephen! Stephen! I thought you were dead!
What's that?
Have you not seen that TikTok? The lady that has the horses.
Yes, I have seen that.
That is brilliant, that.
When she's shouting out of her back door and there's the horse lie down.
The horse, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, because my mum has had horses for years and years. I've been brought up with horses. But it was a couple of years before I realised that horses, yes, they can sleep standing, but a lot of them, whether they're sleeping or just resting and sunbathing, they'll do it while standing. But sitting down, it's amazing to see them lying down. But yeah, the reason I said Stephen, and that's because traditionally crackers are known to have tacky gifts inside. There's nothing tacky about this watch.
Nothing tacky about that at all. Nah.
Nah, Stephen. Nah.
Stephen.
Stephen! I thought you were dead. Honestly, guys, if you've never seen it, I know some people don't do TikTok. Go onto YouTube or something like that and just search Stephen the horse. Honestly, it's hilarious.
It is
do you know
very
what I think
funny.
I'll do tonight, Ben? When I go home, I'll put I'll try and find it on YouTube and put a link to it on my Instagram story. Because as I say, I know not everyone does TikTok.
No.
If you do TikTok, just search it there. It's so funny. So, right, so let's bring this together. Do you know what? I'm not going to do that little circle punch because my original plan was a little baby grow.
Oh, that's some of those
Gemini
Essentials
minis.
dies, is it? Yeah.
And that, actually, do you know something? This has turned out a lot better than I thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, do you think it was going to be rubbish or something?
Well, maybe not rubbish, but I thought maybe like the tone of blue maybe wouldn't have quite worked, but it is. And then let's go in here. So this is the tag die that you've got included. Even the star is included. I'm not tying it around. What I'm going to do is I am going to take a small square foam pad. We're going to pop that one on the back. And then there you would get, no, let's do it just from the side. A little pair of booties or a little vest, a little token gift you'd be able to get in there. And
super cute.
Cracker.
What kind of glue have you used there, asks Deborah Noss.
So that was just our glue gel.
Yeah.
When it comes to anything rosette style or anything pleated style or concertina style, which the cracker and the paper pleating is, I would usually use my hot glue. If you've seen the launch yesterday, you know I used my hot glue for all of them. The only reason is I kind of done that spur of the moment, so I didn't have my hot glue on. Just means you need to let that dry now. If you use the hot glue, give it a few minutes, it's dried and ready to go.
Hi, Stephanie. Joined us from Farmingdale, New Jersey. Sorry I'm late. You don't have to apologise. It's lovely to have you here. Rhonda says, hello, Ben, Craig, crew, team, and all my wonderfully creative, crafty friends from Oak Park, Chicago. And hi to Pat.
Sorry. Whenever I hear Chicago, I just think of CM Punk.
Oh. I think of, whenever you say Oak Park, Chicago, I think of Sweet Home Chicago, the Blues Brothers song.
Oh, do you?
Sweet Home Chicago.
Think of CM Punk.
Look in my eyes.
What do you see?
Hello to Pat. He says, hello, Ben, Craig, crew, and all of my crafting friends. Again, from New Jersey. I was trying to run errands between the shows, so I'm a little late. And hi to Rita, who says, I'm so thankful I was able to watch Craig's launch of the paper pleater. His instructions will be very helpful when my collection arrives. Anne's also said, these crackers be brilliant. Nice packaging for small gifts as well. Absolutely. You don't always have to use these as, you know, crackers per se. Yes, use them for gifts as well, as you've just seen there. And Kirsty D says, there is nothing tacky about the fortune-telling fish gift in crackers. No. You say, well, it might be a little bit tacky. I mean, a little bit. It's a little bit, isn't it? Just a little bit. Nicola, I do not hate them. They're not too bad, Kirsty D. If they're good enough for you, they're good enough for me. We're going to have... Kirsty's got them for her crackers. We're going to move on. I'll tell you what I don't like in those is when you get the little, oh, actually, no, they're quite good. The little frogs. The frogs that you can... yeah, when you get WWE wristwatch in them, I mean, that's when you think, oh, I'm not getting these crackers again next year. Right, he's just going to come over and get me. Talking about punches, I think there's one on the way. We've got a break. We'll be back in about 4 minutes.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobbymaker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. I think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
I love the cracker, says Rebecca. Could hold a gift card for the new parents. Could. Also great, if you're making your own crackers to go on the dinner table, scratch cards are always a good option as well, aren't they?
That's what my mummy does.
Yeah. My dad does that every year as well. Not in crackers, but he, like in our Christmas cards, we always get a scratch card. It's just a great idea, isn't it? Well, there you go. Nicola once had a scratch card advent calendar. Did you win anything from it?
Yeah.
I never won anything from it.
No. I've already got one of my advent calendars.
Have you?
Yeah. I've got my Yankee candle.
Ah, of course you have.
Yeah.
What did make me laugh the other day when we were out shopping for Halloween stuff, so my daughter Daisy, she loves noodles. Like, she will eat noodles morning, noon and night. I also do love noodles. We did have Noodle Club back in the day.
Oh, I forgot about Noodle Club.
However, she got very excited the other day because as we were going through this store looking at the Halloween stuff, we then went into the Christmas section, went into the Advent section. There was a noodle Advent calendar.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was. Only had 12 days though.
12 days?
Yeah. Well, because noodles are quite big, aren't they?
So, doesn't matter.
It would have to be a massive Advent calendar to fit in.
No,
not pot noodle.
Did you know, and I only found this out last year and I'd already delved into my Advent calendar mid-December. Did you know that you're not actually on the 1st of December meant to open the 1st of December? You're meant to open the 24th. Because you open door number 24, you've got 24 days left till Christmas. Then on the 2nd of December, you open door 23 because it's telling you you've got 23 days until Christmas.
But that does make sense. But always with the Advent calendars, they have like the biggest stuff. And actually, also, here's the thing. I know I believe you, but that doesn't make sense either because so back in the day, we used to go to church and whatnot. So my mum was used to buy the religious calendars that didn't have the chocolates and stuff, but had all of the stories. Yes, the story. And it was always 24 was Jesus in the manger. It wasn't in one.
I don't...
Where did you get that information from?
I can't remember. I've seen it somewhere or heard it somewhere, and I went and Googled it, and it was right enough, which to me would make sense. It would make okay. Touchy subject here.
Oh,
okay.
don't.
I know we're not doing an advent calendar this year.
No.
But you know how the other year we had a paper pad in door number 24, and even we were like, but we need the paper pad to start with. That's because we should have opened door number 24 on the first day, have the paper pad, and then we use it with all the other days. My Yankee Candle one, on door number 24, you get the little glass jar to be burning all of, so it does make sense.
Well, you learn something new every day,
I
don't
know.
you? So there you go.
My mind was blown.
Open up your calendars the right way this year. Nicola's not sure about that. The noodle one was in HB. Yeah. And it was called, it was the KOKA noodles, whatever that is. Coca.
Name with Coca.
Coca Cabana. Good morning, crafty friends. Beautiful crisp day in Seawood, Alaska, says Cheryl. Hello. Hello also to Nicole Bretherick. Hello, Nicole.
Oh, Nicole.
Says hi, Ben and Craig and everyone at CTV. And Hilary says, we used to get the religious advent calendar with the Christmas story in. I think there's something to be said about that. We always used to get the religious one, and then we used to get a little box of chocolates as well. So we'd always get chocolate, but we had the whole, you know, true meaning of Christmas.
Calendars that have just got the pictures behind them.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I'm going to get you one this year.
Oh, I would like that.
I'm going to. We get one for everybody. Spread the Christmas message. Nicola's just gone, I'd rather have one with prizes in. Right, layering panel pads. We're going to have to be quick here because we've only got a few minutes left before the top of the hour. These are brilliant, right, because what they allow you to do, very simply, is layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, 5 layers to create some fantastic projects. These are brilliant, right, because you don't need a die cutting machine, you don't need to be next level crafter, but you can create really cool, quick, easy cards in their simplest form. And as we saw when we launched these, you know, you can obviously take these to greater lengths and do more with them. But what you're going to get in this set fairly swiftly is you're going to get the Halloween set, so it's 40 sheets. You're getting these 4 designs, and it's 5 layers to create each one, and you can do that twice over. All right, so you've got your Halloween collection just here. You've then got the same in your everyday, so that covers off birthdays, celebrations, anniversaries. You've got a beautiful butterfly there for you too. And then you've also got this set which celebrates your Christmas. So once again, 4 designs. There's 5 layers per design, and you can do it twice over, hence you've got your 40 sheets. If you go for the showstopper, you're then also going to get yourself a glue tape pen. You will get the circus embellishments from the Violet Studios range, a little circus, so you've got little pom-poms in there and little embellishments. And then for free, we give you the small 3D foam pad kit, 20 sheets of different sized small foam pads in there for absolutely nothing. So £49.58, $64.78. Just a very different way, this, Craig, isn't it, to make cards this year, whether it be Christmas or Halloween. Very easy to do. And very quick as well. So I think great for beginners, but also for those people who are a bit more experienced in craft. When you need a quick card, you can make a really good looking quick card with these. Yeah,
absolutely can. They've got that look of the die cut layered look.
Yeah.
It's already be done for you. And that's all I've been doing. Just while you've been chatting there, I've just been popping my foam pads into place. Now, of course, you don't have to layer them on foam pads if you don't want to. You can keep it completely flat. You might want to have a few layers on foam pads and then a few layers without foam pads.
Yeah.
You might want to turn them into shakers. You can absolutely do that by sectioning off each panel when it comes to your acetate. And then all that you need to do is just take your actual foam pads. These ones that I'm using here are 2mm in depth. So these are also the 12 by 12mm ones. And then I'm just going to then pop the squares all the way round. And I'm just putting them in the solid areas. Now I would, at home, place more pads than I'm actually doing here. But I know that I really wanted to get another demo in before the top of the next hour.
Yeah.
So that's why I just thought, right, let's crack on and do this one. So we're just going to go in, and I just love that look. As you start to build, as you start to see that design come to light, really, really fun and interesting to see. So what I'm going to do here is, this is the base one. So, well, technically that's the base one. So that's going to go onto here. And we're going to start layering over the top. But we will just put it onto a card blank. So what I'm going to do is, from one of our older 12 by 12 textured cardstocks, I've created a matting layer for that one. And if I take my tape runner, and simply by going around, now when it comes to the layer that you create for yourself, should you wish to, because as you can see here I don't have to, that could go straight onto a card blank, but then you can start to add additional detail. All of these are like a non-coated, Ben.
Yeah.
So if you want it to come along with your glitter glues, that would look really quite
Love
smart.
that. Yeah.
Maybe you want to come along with your watermark ink pad and your pearl powders and add additional detail, you can do that. You could come along with your alcohol pens and add additional depth and shadowing if you want to as well. So you've always got additional options, but they're so easy to layer because all that you're doing, essentially you're doing decoupage, you're layering it straight over the top of the other one because it is of course just a part image that is then being taken away as we start to get higher. So we can go into the middle, and then it's another one on that form of decoupage where you start to build and you think, what on earth is that turning into?
Well, that's it, isn't it? Like, again, it's quite fun to sort of see, hang on, which one's he playing with here? Like, and then all of a sudden it just becomes clear.
Yeah. The other way to describe it is like you're layering stamps.
Yes.
When you do the first layer, you think, oh my gosh, have I done that right? You know you have, but it's just like, that looks strange. Then you add the second, you add the third. Just looks really, really smart. And then this is where maybe this layer here, you may want to put a layer of acetate and then create your foam on a roll border.
Yeah.
And then this could be a shaker layer if you want. Or why not try things like your frosted acetate, frosted vellums between a couple of the layers as well, seeing how that looks. But you don't have to focus on any section. All that I'm focusing on, Ben, is that outer square.
Yeah.
So we're just going to then focus on that outer square till we've got it in position. We start to see that coming up, and then all I need to do is add the final layer. I'm not even going to add a sentiment or that, because this is just kind of an additional ad hoc demo that I wanted to do, fill a little bit of time, and then show you how you can use them. And then this one, you can go into here, and then that's when the whole lot comes together, finishes it off. And let me tell you, other than the foam pads and the height, it creates very, very little additional weight. It's not heavy, it's really quite sturdy, and then you get that natural shadow just dropping through as well.
It's just a really fun way to get crafty. Just very quickly as well, Michelle's just said, could you use these as layering stencils?
I don't see why not. The only thing you're going to have to watch for, because it's a thinner, heavyweight paper, one, I'm not going to say it may rip, it will rip. Be careful. The other thing as well, the medium that you put it through potentially is going to be water-based, so that's then going to kind of dampen the paper and it's going to make it soggy, so it'll be a one-time use. So could you? Yes, there's an element of that one, but it's going to be a one-time use, and it's going to have to be very, very careful not to rip it.
Great question though, and that is your showstopper for those layering panel pads, $49.58 or $64.78. All that and more is of course on Shop the Show. Welcome. If you've just joined us, it's just gone 6 o'clock here in the UK, Tuesday evening. Sorry, I just glanced outside there. It's getting so dark here now all of a sudden. Clocks will be going back soon, won't they? It's got a real sort of autumnal, wintry feel to it. 1st of October, of course, as well. I know a lot of people are very excited about the fact that we are into spooky season. And we are into, well, launch season, really. We've got loads of brand new goodies for you on Launch Party tonight, which you may well have missed. We've already had a little bit of a look at the cracker dies. which have proved really, really popular. Those layering panel dies, of course, on the show too. Just to say as well, if we don't get onto everything, if you shop the show, you will see the paper pleating. You will also see the brand new to Crafters TV partial embossing folders that we launched. There's 3 Halloween ones there, and loads more, including, of course, this year's launch when it comes to the tree ornament. Father Christmas this year on his sleigh is our brand new tree ornament. That's gone live today on the website. So if you want to pick up yours, it is inexpensive. It's £6 and change, I think, if you're platinum. Around about $8, something like that, if you're a platinum member. Off the top of my head, is it It's $6.39. Just so I can't remember the price. Is $6.39 or $7.96. There you go. Limited edition. So when they're gone, they're gone. Grab yours today. What we said basically, if you're shopping for anything else today, get this in your basket for $6.39 or $7.96 whilst we have them in stock, because they will disappear. A few quick comments coming through, and then we're going to have a look at something else from the show. Advent calendar seems to be the chat here. I'd love a ramen noodle calendar, says Ruth. Victoria says, I heard about the Advent calendar opening of 24 on day 1 as well. I'd like a noodle calendar, but I probably wouldn't open it in the morning then. Well, you could have, the thing is, you could have your normal Advent calendar, couldn't you, for the morning, and then you could have your noodle one for your dinner later on. We used to get the religious Advent calendars with the Christmas story in, says Hilary. And what? Julie, what? I get my children Pringles Advent calendars? Pringles?
Once you pop, you can't stop.
All our Advent calendars were window scenes, says Laura Simmons. Occasionally religious, but usually Christmas villages. Never heard of prizes in the windows until I started watching Crafters TV. Well, there you go. I feel like that's been around for quite some time, hasn't it? Like,
yeah.
Chocolates first, but then I feel like prizes, and you get ones now, don't you, where you get jewellery and makeup and candles. I feel like that's all sort of
Red Bull have got one this year.
No, they have
Yeah, they
not.
have. Yeah, they have.
Serious?
Seriously.
What, a can of Red Bull every day?
Yeah.
Liz Hannah says, hello Ben, and hello Laddie Laird.
Oh, hello.
I've just watched Stephen the Horse.
Stephen!
It's hilarious. Of course, he has to be Scottish. We do have a good sense of humour, says Liz.
Yes, we do. Just an FYI, in that break, I did find the video on YouTube. So if you go into my Instagram story, Craig Laird CC, go up to my Instagram story and you will find... I think I've only got... Oh, I've got 2 stories up. I've shared Ben's from earlier. That's the second one, and there's a link, and it's to YouTube. As I say, not everyone does TikTok, so I found it on YouTube, so you'll see it. There is... I think there's a very light swear word.
Okay.
It's nothing strong, just
No.
a little, very light one, just to bear with. But yeah, it is funny. Stephen, I thought you were dead.
It's the way you say dead.
Deed.
Got my layering panel pads. Looking forward to playing with them, says Michelle. And all I know of Advent calendars is from Crafters Companion. CC was my first ever, says Shawpack. And lots of people loving the project that Craig put together at the end of the last hour with those layering panels. We are going to have a look at next the brand new launch, which is the Christmas and Halloween Punch collection. Now, these we had a bit of a sneaky early launch of on Masterclass a little bit earlier, and they proved super duper popular. What's really nice is that you've got the 1-inch punches for the fall, you've got your 3/8 of an inch punch for Halloween, and then you've got your larger punches as well for Christmas. The showstopper is all, I don't know why I did that. The showstopper is all 14 punches for the show.
Oh, sorry.
Put all my mess behind there.
That was close because you had the tinny behind you before, didn't you?
Well, it was a can of Diet Coke, it wasn't a tinny. You make it sound like I was drinking a beer. It was a can of fizzy juice, as Craig would call it. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What is he like? You get all 14 punches in the showstopper and you save £19 or £23, so you can buy them all in one click. £44 or $56. So all of your autumnal punches are as follows. These ones have got the little, Craig will show you, once you punch these are sort of contained within the actual punch itself, so if you want to collect those up, you can, and use them for embellishments, use them for shaker bits, paper piece bits, however you want to do it. But within your fall, you've got the rock fern. That one is the oak leaf, and these are all around about 1 inch punched. Maple leaf. Then you've got your leaf foliage. And then you've got your tree as well. So that's your first 5. Then you've got your wee little Halloweeny punches. These are at 3/8 of 1 inch size. So with these you've got bats. No, you haven't. Bats, hats, spiders. And then this one here, you've got your
Witch's cat.
witch, cat, Slimer.
They really should have packaged them the other way, shouldn't they? A witch's cat.
Witches, cats, and big black bats. Yeah. But never mind. And then you're going to get your Christmas punches as well. Your Christmas punches, holly, snowflake, and Harry Potter and the Goblet Fanfold.
Guardian Leviosa.
Not Leviosa.
Not Leviosa, it's Leviosa.
So you get all of those with the saving and the showstopper. If you just want the Halloween and fall dies on their own, you can. If you just want the Christmas punches, I should say, on their own, you can. If you want to go individually, they're all available individually too. Let us go over to Craig, who's going to start punching stuff over there. Are you playing with the wee diddy ones?
I am indeed. Yes, so got some of our black card, and I've also got some of our double-sided adhesive sheets. Now you can do what I'm going to do without your sheets, but you'll see it does actually make it a lot easier. So I'm just going to trim these bits down. So let's take the backing off. So I'm just going to peel that off, and then we're going to stick our double-sided adhesive sheet down over the top here, and then let's just press that down. Give that a really, really nice press. I want to trim off that little sticky edge. So what I always say, don't actually trim off that adhesive edge. Cut on your cardstock. Cut your cardstock away, and as you can see, it stops it from gunking up and sticking to your scissors.
Yeah.
It's the same if you were to use your guillotine. Cut it on the card, not on the edge of the adhesive strip. So making sure nicely press, and we're up to the edge here. So let's go in with the witch's hat. So we're going to then punch into the black layer so that the adhesive layer is on the back, and then we're just going to press. And then I'm going to press quite a few. So we're just working our way along. If you do this in a neat fashion, then what it does do is it then enables you to use that as a stencil, or of course use it as a backdrop or something like that, because you've got your sticky layer on it to make it a sticker. And then we're going to, let me just make sure my adhesive is right up to the edge. And then I'm going to go in and let's do the spider. So we're going to do the same. Now you'll need to do these quite a few times. I've already got a layer already done, but we're going to work our way. And this isn't too unsimilar, Ben, to what we've done this morning, and that is creating that random background. But what we're going to do is we're going to take it one step further.
That one?
That's it, yeah. So we've done that this morning. I'm using other layers of the cardstock we've got on the show as well. So I'm using the Shedless Glitter Black again, but we're using a little bit of purple, using a little bit of the orange. So we're using a few little bit. And I'm going to go in with the bats as well. So let's punch these ones. So we're going to work our way along, just punching a load of these out as we go. Get another one in there. And then we've got all of these. So I've got hats, I've got spiders, and I've got the bats. I've got a few left over from the main one that I have got done. So let's just pop these into here. And then what we're going to also do is let's take a piece of white watercolour card, 5.5 by 3 3/4. And this is only because it's a matte layer. Although it's watercolour card, the reason being because I like that tactile feel to the watercolour card. And we're going to go in with a punch, and the edge of the cardstock I'm going to have flush against the edge of my paper punch. So we're just going to make sure it's nice and flush, and then we're going to press. And then what I'm going to do, the edge, right at the edge of the bat wing, I'm going to make sure that is now also flush to my punch. So right there, the edge of the bat wing is flush against the edge of my punch. And I'm going to punch, and then we're going to keep repeating that. So right to the edge of the bat wing, we're going to then punch. Each time what I'm doing is I'm making sure the base of my card is pressed right against the base of my punch. So we're just going to keep working our way along. And then by using that same position each time, we're going to have that perfect spacing all the way round. Now, I don't need this for that project. However, if you do the one that I done this morning, keep a hold of these, and then of course you can do it that project. So let's take a piece of black card, which is 5.5 by 3 1/4, and you're going to think, what the heck are you playing at, Craig? I can't see this. And that is, we're going to randomly stick our stickers that we've made onto our background. And we are, as I say, doing it randomly. So try not do it in any specific order, but we're just going to then stick these on. And this is where I was saying you can absolutely do this with your tacky glue or that, but I do find something like this, because of the size and the detail of the punch, I think it's really quite good to bring out your double-sided adhesive sheets and start to use them. So we're just going to then start to position these ones. And what, obviously, I'm not going to do the whole lot, but what I'll do is maybe like a little section so you can kind of get the gist as to the direction that I'm going in.
Great little shaker element, says Hilary, and Sarah Thompson says, those little spiders are a hoot. I can't remember who used to say, but I've never done it yet, but I might do it this year. You know, if you get little popped out little spider elements like that, hide them in your toilet paper for Halloween. So when someone pulls on the roll, then all the little spiders fall out. Do you remember that time when we had that plastic spider hanging around and Jake put it in Debbie Robinson's bag and she didn't find it until she got home?
No.
And it was like someone brought a plastic spider in. It must have been one Halloween, and it ended up in my bag initially, and I jumped a mile because it was quite big. Nicola put it in the green room trying to scare me. I then found it and gave it to Jake. And then Jake went and put it in Debbie Robinson's bag, and I think he was hoping that she would find it while she was obviously here, but she didn't. And she went all the way home, and then was unpacking her bag once she'd got home to her craft room, and she jumped a mile. She had a few choice words for Jake the next time she came in.
I bet she did.
Yeah, I seem to remember.
Surprised that he's alive.
They make great little shaker elements, says Hilary. They really do. Ordered the leaf from the tree punches, says Hilary. She also says, I saw an advent calendar for a well-known crystal jewellery company, £900.
Although that doesn't surprise me.
I mean, that is bonkers. And like you say, who spends £900 on an advent calendar? Producer Nicola, words of advice. Just buy something else, yeah? Pat's got a question for Craig. She says, Craig, you said in the show this morning to buy the cheapest hairspray to mist the pearl powder papers. I found the cheapest hairspray in the dollar store, but it said it had argan and coconut oil infused in it. Would that damage the paper?
I would say that may give it an oily surface.
So like your bog standard.
So, hands up, I didn't actually know you got hairspray with other bits
I
in
didn't.
it. So what I will say, when it comes to the pearl powders, setting it with the cheapest of cheap hairspray, make sure it is a bog standard hairspray. Nothing in it, no scents, no additional oils or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because the one thing you don't want to do is make your layer a little bit oily, which I have a feeling something like that would happen. Anything when you've got, you know, like coconuts or anything like that in it, it could potentially make whatever it is other than your hair a little bit oily.
Sounds like a really fancy hairspray, that, Pat.
It does, doesn't
for being
it?
the cheapest one in the dollar store.
Yeah.
It's like you said, they're normally like no frills, aren't they? No frills hairsprays.
Exactly,
Pick them
yeah.
up for £1. But yeah, maybe get a different one there, Pat. I think
I
would be the
would,
answer.
yeah.
And hi, Carletta, who's joined us as well. For anyone who has just joined us, and if you're thinking Craig's lost the plot here, there's method behind the madness here, Craig, isn't there?
Do you know something? I've just looked up there and
Yeah,
I've just thought,
it's
oh
like-
my gosh, for like the last 7 minutes, it looks like
Yeah.
Craig's just pressing a bit of
Anyone
black
who's just tuned in, they're like, what is he doing?
Do you even know you still can't
Not.
see it. You can kind
Can
of
you
just
see that?
it.
Can you?
So I tell you what, let's bring. So this is the one that I've already done, and I know at the moment you still can't really see it until
Aha! Gilding works.
So let's bring in our wax here, and I'm going to take a fair bit off, and I'm just going to make sure this is nice and flat. Then we're going to then rub this on. And by rubbing it on, look at that.
Here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wax that card, wax that card, wax that card. So you can see now we've created our own embossed layer.
Love it.
Without the need of an embossing folder.
Textured background.
And just to prove, I would of course add a lot more layers, but just to prove I was actually sticking bits down. But that goes to show how many more layers that I would, or sections, I would stick into place. So I'm just going to finish this off, Ben, before we start to assemble our card.
Hi to Barbara R, who's joined us from Indiana. Pat says, unfortunately, this was the only hairspray in our dollar store. Oh no. Well, it is now $1.25. Yeah, dollar stores and pound stores are no longer, are they? Dollar stores and pound stores. I remember when the pound store was literally everything was a pound.
It was, yeah.
And now, it's not.
Where
that,
now
is it?
they've got a bargain bucket, buy this huge big box of washing powder for $6.99. It's like, hey, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They catch you out, didn't they?
It does. It really, really does. I still love them though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I still love a good pound store or a Home Bargains or...
Well, Home Bargains, I went to the new one in Bishop. Oh, it's absolutely massive.
Do you remember was it last week when I came off air and I said I need to go to Home Bargains?
Yeah.
That's where I went.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's massive.
It is absolutely huge. You can pick up all of like your sort of knickknacks in there, and you can do your weekly shopping there too.
You can.
Oh, did it have that?
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't notice the
cafe.
cafe.
It's got a cafe, it does indeed.
The range is big there as well.
I didn't
you
go
pop in
into
there?
that range, no.
There was a lot, well, they both had, but the range had some unbelievable Halloween decorations, like outdoor decorations that I could have spent an absolute fortune on, but then I heard Laura's voice in my head saying, don't you dare buy that.
Don't you dare. Yeah. The range, I would say the range, even being out, it's a little bit like Target for you guys stateside.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's kind of like. But yeah, do absolutely love B&M.
You
Great store.
get lost in there, couldn't you?
Oh, you could.
Spend hours.
You absolutely could. You could spend hours and hours and hours in there. I love it. But there we go. There is our background. So from a black background to an embossed background using our tiny, tiny punches. So we're going to stick that on a bit of purple. Now, the cardstock that I'm using, apart from the shedless black cardstock. This purple is actually one of the card blanks, and so is the orange that I'm going to use as well.
Yeah.
Because you get quite a lot. If you want to keep it, you know, like toned on tone, then just chop up your card blanks. Yes, you'll be left with your envelopes, but use them to make little envelope gift wallets and money wallets. So you can still use the envelopes on their own. And then we're going to start to layer this one up. And originally, what I was going to do, so if I bring this in, this was going to go just into here, but I wanted a little bit of white, so that's when I thought, I know, let's add in a white layer, but let's use our punches to create a border. So instead of going direct on like there, that will go in here, but before that, we're going to go in and section that one off. So we've got the bats along the bottom, and then because we're going on to our shedless glitter card, we're going to be using our tacky glue. And we don't use your all-purpose glue, because over time that would just prise away. Best one for your shedless glitter is going to be your tacky glue, and that can go into here like so, and then we'll just layer up the last couple of layers. And then what we'll also do is we'll bring in a couple of pre-cut bits that I've done from our vintage Halloween, which is that one, and the spiders.
Brilliant. The spiders.
The spiders.
You've been being very French today, I've noticed.
Yeah, I have.
You've been very
haven't I?
French
You've
earlier,
been
weren't you?
Irish and I've been French.
Yeah. Real continental feel to the show today. This is magic, says Rita Jackson. What great ideas, says Carol. And Whitney O'Toole says, OMG, Craig, I've just watched the Stephen video on TikTok. LMAO. So funny.
I was laughing my butt off as well.
Carol says, I bought hairspray at the box store yesterday and it had an orange fragrance. I didn't look for oils, but I will do that.
What kind of hairspray have you guys got stateside?
I know, it's like, yeah, our hairspray, you literally just go to the bottom row, don't you? You get like a no frills one, where you get like your no frills shaving cream, and it's like £1. You obviously got posher hairsprays than we have over here. Rebecca Dancer says, I'm jealous, I wish there was a Home Bargains closer to me. You're in Aylesbury, Rebecca, aren't you? I'm sure there was a Home Bargains there. Maybe it was a B&M at the Vale Retail Park. Yeah. B&M is good.
Yes. There's also a good big B&M through in Durham.
Oh, Craig's mic's gone a little bit crackly. Oh, you couldn't hear him. His mic is gone. So we will just finish off this card, and then I guess we'll probably have a little break. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to come over. No, it's fine. I'll come over, and Craig can... Does he sound all right now, does he?
Across. Ben, you stay here.
I'll stay here, and then you can talk through my mic.
I can talk.
What were you saying about the Durham B&M?
So yeah, there's a relatively new one there, and that's big, and that's really good. But I do have to say the one in Bishop is probably
It's huge.
massive. Absolutely massive. Right, let's bring in a little small. Let's bring in a little small foam pad.
So what are you doing here?
So all that I'm just doing here is I just like to come in here and I take things such as scissors or what we call a guillotine, and as my friends say, I just sit and I just cut things and drink tea and watch TV when I'm doing it at home.
Is that right?
That's what it's right that they think that. It's not right that what I do.
No?
No.
What do you do?
Well, I have to think of what I'm going to make. So, for instance...
It's not as easy as that, is it?
It's not, no. So sometimes, for instance, these punches, I'll have to sit and I have to take into account the size of them, what I'm going to do, what else is on the show, the time that I may have to actually make the project. And then once I kind of figured that out, I have to work out what I'm going to do.
Well, exactly right. It's not easy, is it?
It's not easy.
No.
And then
You make it look easy.
Then I go and have a little snooze for about 4 hours, and I don't do that.
He does.
I definitely don't.
He doesn't.
I definitely don't. You know me, I've got insomnia at night time, so I don't do that. And then I get to a point, I'm not adding any sentiments, not just any card. It's a Crafter's Companion card.
It's a Craig Laird card.
So let's go in and see the detail of the card with the emboss. Giving it that look with the spiders, sticking them on, using them as a border, wiping the wax and finishing off.
Thank you so much to Craig there. We're going to get our microphone problem sorted out. I actually quite like this,
Me too.
but we will get it sorted out. So we're going to have a short break right now. Might be a slightly longer break if we can't get it sorted out. And we'll be back in just a few moments' time, won't we, Craig?
Toodles.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless they're coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch, my favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like, lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes with the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Come in, check my emails, then lay this yours out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. I think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the slightly lengthy break there. We had a few technical gremlins, which I think we've just about overcome. Kirsty said, we had a pound shop in Borough, and next door to it was a 99p shop. Well, they must have had stuff for 99p, mustn't they? Would you bother, though, like to go in there just to get a penny cheaper?
Do you ever watch like this show? I don't think I've done it for a while now. It used to be on like Channel 5. It was like Bargain Britain and stuff like that. And it would follow the CEO of Home Bargains or £99 stores and stuff. I always find that interesting and fascinating.
Yeah. Is that a bit like what's that show where the boss becomes like
Undercover Boss?
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, can you imagine Sarah doing that? I would probably be able to tell that it's her straight away.
Yeah. I feel like yeah, Nicholas says what you don't realise is she's already doing that.
It's like the American Undercover Boss a couple of years ago, Stephanie McMahon, the WWE, she done it. And even when she had her prosthetics and all that on, I was like, I could still tell. Yeah. I would still be able to tell that it's her.
Well, it's like when Ant and Dec do their undercover things. It's like so obvious that they're not there's something wrong because you can tell that they've got like prosthetics on. They don't look real, do they?
No, no.
But anyway. I just had an email to say my cracker die is on its way, says Rebecca. And Pamela Albanetti says, hi everyone, I've ordered the Christmas punches, making my Christmas cracker right now, giving all the grandkids one with money in for Christmas. I love that idea. Love to you all, you say. Love to you, Pamela. Hi to Pat, he says, love the card. I love Home Bargain, says Kirsty D. One of my go-to shops also got a B&M and the Range close by, just the other side of the river. What a really cute card, says Carol. And Stephanie says, hello everyone, I had to take a call verifying my info. Unfortunately, I couldn't hang up. Wanted to tell them to call later. I'm watching my favourite show, CC, and it's break time. Poor timing on my part, though. I'll be re-watching, but getting an order tomorrow to New Jersey. Oosh. Caroline Cooey says, Craig and Ben, you two make such a great team. Thank you. Especially when things go wrong.
I know, wait. Sorry, New Jersey. That's where it's been announced at SummerSlam next year. 2
Is
nights. MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Hi from the Palm Coast, Florida, says Craft Supply Collector. Mary Stewart says, you are the master, Craig. Your card is amazing.
Thank you. Bless you.
Jeffrey Langley joins us. Evening, Lord Ben, and the crafty Scotty Craigie Bagel, and the great and marvellous CTV crew. And Kirsty D says, I've just told my son about the noodle advent calendar. He said he's going to buy 2 of them. Lol. He does like his noodles. Oodles and noodles, eh? And Cindy Redmond says, what a great show today. You guys are knocking it out of the park. Thank you. And Michael Adams says, good evening to Ben and Craig. Good evening.
Evening.
Pearl powders.
Yeah.
Let's show you the showstopper of the pearl powders. Basically, if you go for this, you're getting everything at the best price. If you decide you want individuals, I'll tell you as you go, right? But all of your colours of your pearl powders you can get. So this first one is your mystical moment. When you see Craig use these in just a few moments' time, when I first saw these, I was kind of thinking, well, they're really small pots, these. They're not going to last. You need like a bare minimum when you get working with these. So these small pots do go a long way. You've got the 4 in your shimmering garden there, that beautiful red currant. You've got that beautiful pearl orange in there, the green and the dandelion included in there too. Rich and intense. It's more of your beautiful blues and greens and purples and reds in there. And then you've also got a set of metallics as well. So your metallic melodies. You're getting 16 pots in total. As I say, yes, they look small, but you need such a small amount to achieve that amazing pearl finish. And you've also got the little dispenser built into the lids of those as well, making them really nice and easy to apply. Alongside that, within your showstopper, you will get the fan brush. Again, we'll probably see this in action in just a second, but you'll have seen Debbie using this at launch. You'll have seen Craig using this a little bit earlier on. So you're going to use that to sweep the powder away from your projects to create all those great effects. And you've also got your powder dispenser in there too for ease of dispensing. Now, if you go for the showstopper, we're also going to throw in 50 sheets of your matte black cardstock. So that comes to you in 5x7 size. 50 sheets of that is included. Plus, you're going to get embossing folders. So you will get the elegant florals. Upside down. Yeah. Elegant florals. You will get some hot air balloons. Nope. They're ornaments. You'll get the embossing folder with the spider's web, which I absolutely blooming love. And then you're going to get your pumpkins, leaves in there too. If you just want those on their own, that is an individual bundle, as are the pearl powders on their own if you just want to go for those. On top of that, you will get a set of stencils as well. Within each of these packets of stencils, you will get 3. So this one is called your Contemporary Florals. Those 3 different designs are included. Then your seasonal trio, this one is called. So you've got your spider's web again. You've got the sort of wintertime or autumn time foliage, and then you've got your snowflakes. So Halloween, fall, and Christmas covered off there. Next in this set is your patterns. So this one's just called Bold Patterns. And then lastly, beautiful, stunning detail in the magnificent mandalas. Again, if you just decide that you want those stencils on their own, that is available as a bundle. Then you've got your stamps as well. So once again, you get a selection of stamps within each packet. This one is called your seasonal element. Lovely for the fact that, again, you've got fall, you've got Halloween, and you've got Christmas sorted, the skulls and the pumpkins, Christmas ornaments. This one here is called the Beautiful Butterflies 3 Stunning Striking Butterfly Stamps. Then you've got this one, which is called your Traditional Blooms. So you've got a few different florals there, the echinacea, daisy, and then you've got the detailing there for the foliage. And then lastly is this set, which is called the Mendy Florals. Really beautiful florals with almost sort of mandala-esque effects to those. So that's included in the showstopper. And again, if you just want the stamps on their own, that's available as a bundle. So the bundles are the stamps, the stencils, the embossing folders and the pearl powders. Individually, you can get the cardstock, the brush and the dispenser. However, we've put it all together in the showstopper at the best possible price. So if you like it all, you go for the showstopper, you pay £112 platinum, $144 if you're in the US and you're platinum, and that, of course, is your free shipping as well. We're going to get on and have a look at these in just a second. Keep the comments coming through because remember, at the end of the show, we will be giving away these two items. I mean, the chat's been about everything, hasn't it, over the course of this show? But we did start off talking about pumpkin spice, but we've chatted about everything and anything in between. These two items here, so that embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, the perfect pumpkin, and your embossing folder and stencil set from the All Hallows Eve is coming to someone at the end of the show. It might be you. Christy Mahoney says, oh gosh, I spent 2 days trying to reorganise my craft room so I can find room to put all the papers I had on my table in that picture I sent last week. It's more of a mess now than ever, but I will conquer this somehow. And Hilary says, my pearl powder stuff is on its way, yay, if I don't freeze before my heating is back on. And I don't know which colours you're going to use of the pearl powders, but I will ask this question from Sarah, who says, Craig, is there a trick to using the white and pink in the metallic melodies, as I tried to make a card with both colours and the glitter seems to overtake the colour? Glitter.
The glitter overtook the powder.
Oh, did you try and use it on the glitter card earlier? Was that a question from earlier on, maybe?
Maybe.
Let us know, Sarah. Not quite sure what you mean by that.
Is there a knack? No, you just use them all in the same way.
Mm.
So I would be inclined to say it's what you're trying to do them on then. Because whichever colour that you use, I'm going to be using from the Shimmering Garden, I'm going to be using the Shimmering Rose.
Yeah.
And in the Metallic Melodies, I'm going to be using the Golden Gift. But it doesn't matter which one out of the 16 pots, you apply them in the same way depending on the technique. So
okay.
Be inclined maybe to say it must be then maybe, yeah, if you're saying glitter, maybe you're trying to do it on the shedless glitter card, potentially, from earlier on.
Okay.
Right, so I've gone in a little bit of black card that I have cut down from the 5x7 block, and I'm going to go in with the bold patterns, and I'm going to stick that over the top like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'll just use my low tack tape because I'm not actually on any cardstock. So I'm just going to then tape that down. You know what I'm like with stencils, I like to create kind of like a little bit of a hinge. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to stick a bit down here to just try and anchor it down. And then I'm going to come in with my waterproof translucent clear ink pad. And I'm just going to dab over the top. So we're just going to then dab, dab, dab. So we're dabbing the translucent clear ink pad through the stencil. So we're working that one through, giving it a good press. Because you've got the raised areas of the dots, you want to make sure that the sponge gets into right around the actual corners. So let's just keep working our way going. So Ben, do you mind actually coming across? Because I think my microphone's playing up again. So I might need you at the side of me. So we're just going to...
Which side do you want me?
If we go, let's go that side. So we're then going to lift this up. And then what we're going to be left with is, there we go. So that's what we class as a watermark. So it's giving that look. However, if I go over with my finger, we're going to smear it. So don't do that until we pop something down. So I'm going to take my fan brush. And then what we're also going to do is I'm going to go quiet for a moment because I'm just way to...
Oh, here we go.
Grab my hairspray.
Hairspray.
If you didn't see earlier on, I know many of you will probably worked out the brand of that one.
He's
If you
got the
didn't
posh
see
one.
it earlier on, that's the one that I use for my hair when I'm on air. cheap hairspray. Yeah, and as we've established within this show, Ben, use one without any scents
Oils
or
and
oils
stuff.
or
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. 'Cause
Cheaper
that
the
could
better.
affect. So I'm going to go in and then I'm just going to dab. If you're going to do a couple of colours and you want them to be kind of nicely smooth on your card, use your sieve. But we're just going to go in and then we're going to take our fan brush and then we're just going to then work our way across.
Ooh, does anyone else get CSI vibes when we see the guys doing this? Like dusting for fingerprints? That's what it feels like.
Or the American Dream, Dusty Roads.
Oh, yeah!
America!
Yeah, because that was his... was it his shirt or his shorts that looked like that?
Shorts, wasn't
Shorts,
it?
Yeah.
But look at that. So we're just going to then dust. Now, if you do this onto a bit of scrap paper or something, you can then dust the excess back into the pot. But if we then
Ooh, yes.
look at that.
Boom.
How fab is that? I'm just going to take some of that excess off again, and then I'm just going to then dust that off. And as we talked about in the show earlier on, if I was to wipe my finger across that, that's going to smudge and smear. I'm not a big fan of spritzing a light bit of water, because to me what happens is that mottles it slightly because it's like water-based. So this is where your cheap hairspray, hence why if you just dot it in, I'm going to stand back. This is why the conversation of hairspray arose.
Thank you.
So we're just going to light spritz. And that's all, Mr. Corner there. Light spritz, that was it. And then what we're doing is...
Smells really nice, that hairspray. I might
It
have
is
to get me
nice,
some of
isn't
that.
it? Yeah. Wasn't that expensive either. I'm just going to take some of this excess off. I'm going to do a Bob Ross here. And I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to tap all that off. I know you can't see, if we can come face on. So I'm just doing a Bob Ross and just taking that excess off there. So that's nice and no powder on it. So we're going to go into our illusion film dies. And I've taken one of the florals. So you can see this florals. What we're then doing is I'm going to lean over a second.
Yes, okay. Yep.
And I'm just going to take some of that excess off. Let's dry that off now.
Yep.
It is key, if you don't want to mix and contaminate your colours,
Yes.
then do wipe and dry off. And then
Okay.
we're going to tap our watermark ink pad
Yes.
through our die cut.
Okay.
So we're going to keep working our way around, making sure that we've got a nice coverage.
Yeah.
So now we have
Yes.
got our die cut covered in watermark ink pad. Now take golden gift. Again, you can bear with a second.
Yep. Can you use... Hilary says, can you use spray and shine rather than hairspray?
I would say your spray and shine can dull your project slightly. So you would, yes, you can, but you'll probably lose some of the shine. So I would say no, in the fact I don't want to lower my shine, but yes, you can technically.
Thank you. The shine is amazing, says Hilary. And Crafty Energy says, hello, Ben and Craig. I ordered the pearl powders on launch. It arrived yesterday, and I'm in California. That's quick.
That is quick.
Friday to Monday. That is super quick. That is super quick. Sorry, I'm getting confused who's having the mic here. My cracker bundle's coming tomorrow, says Stephanie. And Anne says, I've seen the following advent calendars: beer, wine, cheese, and chocolate. Is that one calendar?
It's a Friday night.
Nicola wants to know where you got the cheese calendar from, Anne, if you can let us know. Cheese calendar would be very nice. Oh, hello.
So just doing a Bob Ross, taking all that powder off, and then if I lift, we've now got our die cut, any die cut you've got at home, all you need to ink through with your waterproof ink pad.
Yep.
Then let's take that layer in. This is going to be a dinky card.
Yep.
So let's go round
Again.
with our tape runner,
Yep.
mat and layer that onto
Yep.
a bit
Yep.
of white. And then the rest,
Is this now a podcast, says Lisa P? Is this now a podcast, says Lisa P?
we could turn it into a podcast, couldn't we?
Mate, I know we chatted about this about 2 years ago. We should definitely do a
I'm
podcast.
telling you, we should. We should. The only thing is now, other things and places will be like, oh, they're just copying us. Despite the fact we talked about it first the other year.
You guys were vouched for that about 2 years ago, didn't we?
We did.
And then we were going to.
What did you say?
We were going to.
We were going to.
And then, for various reasons, it never happened.
What? How?
The podcast.
Yeah. What was one of the reasons?
It's various reasons.
Like what?
Red tape. I was going to do it. It was red tape. As to do a cheese calendar, Nicola Rebecca says. Apparently.
Our Asda.
Our Asda.
Well, I suppose there's not an Asda.
Your Asda.
Yeah, but
Is there Asda in America?
Walmart don't own Asda now.
Oh.
No. I think they sold it a couple of years ago, as far as I believe. So let's take our foam pads off.
Don't do some ASMR whilst we're here.
Stick that one on.
No, I got him doing the peeling the backing off.
Okay.
Yep.
Don't need those foam pads now.
Hopefully you enjoyed the little bit of ASMR there.
And then I've taken just a white panel. Let's
No, nothing there.
and let's take our die cut. We're going to take our tacky glue. And do you know what I didn't do?
No.
Ben, let's hairspray.
Oh, got me in the eye. Genuinely just sprayed it in my eye. Fine.
But can you dilate or because I've got a card to finish?
Can't open my eye now, I can't see. It's fine. I'm fine.
Jamie, don't care about them. So just putting a little bit of tacky glue. Let's pop that into the middle. I'm just going to use my back of my poker tool just to press to let that grab. So we've created our backdrop with our powder and of course with our stencil. Then we've taken our cardstock and had already cut a die cut from our illusion film dies and gone over with the gold powder. And then I'm just going to then lift those ones up. If you want to do a little pearl or that in the middle, you can do.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
But then there we go. How smart, cool, and dinky is that card. But we've gone through, as I say, our stencil and our die cut. Now we better go because the police are after me now.
Yep. Do I need to go and show the boards again quickly, and then I'll come back, or what do you want to do?
Will I come with you in case I have to speak?
Well, I'll go. Can you grab that off the top of there? You stay here a second because we'll have. There we go. Right, I'll just say I'm just running over the other side of the studio. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Right, you can join me now. Hoppy girls. Right, we're nearly done, everybody. We've got 4 minutes left, or just under 4 minutes. We might not have time to do all of the. So you're going to get. Should we do the winner first, actually?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to announce the winner?
No, you do it.
No, you do it.
Oh, no, you do it.
No, you do it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do the first name.
Okay.
And then, okay.
What's the easiest name?
It's that name there, so it's quite easy.
Ah, so I'll do her.
Okay. And
What does she win? Both of that.
she wins the perfect pumpkin 3D embossing folder and stencil set. Do you want to give one of your cards away as well?
Let's yeah.
Go and get it. Off he goes. Just say, if you want, we're not going to get time to do the balls now. If you want to see the show, if you want to get the showstopper, £112, $144 is the price on that one. So which card?
Let's give away that one, this one, and the winner.
Hang on, who's doing which name?
I'll do. That's it. I'll do her.
What, the first name? The first name.
That one.
Okay, yeah. The winner
Of Perfect Pumpkins and All Hallows Eve, and my card I've just made is Julie Palmer.
Oh, I thought I was going to do the second. I thought you were going to do Julie and I was going to do Palmer.
Oh no! When you said second name, I thought you meant. Is there only one winner?
There's only one winner.
Oh, I thought there was two winners.
So the winner is
Julie.
Palmer! Yay! What does Julie need to do to claim her prizes and her card, Craig?
See, of course, just along the bottom there, CTV prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk.
Thank you, everyone, for a fantastic show. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had a blast with you today. If you've got anything in your baskets, do make sure you get everything checked out. Tomorrow, I'm getting confused in my days. What are we doing tomorrow?
So we've got a launch and we've got a craft along. How long have we got, Jamie? Do you want to see my craft along?
I absolutely do want to see your craft along. Oh, yes, it's the other way. It's back to how it normally is tomorrow, isn't it? We've got the launch at midday, and then we've got a craft along coming up at live at 5. Ah, yes, I remember seeing the start of this.
So border die launch to start with. Then our craft along is with our Halloween and fall glitter paste and, of course, our stencils. But that outer edge, that shiny outer edge, is our black matte cardstock. But how did I do it?
How did you do it?
Tune in tomorrow.
Is all the recipe and stuff up yet, or will that be up in the morning?
That will probably be up in a couple of hours, I would have thought.
Julie is asking, will we both sign the card?
Of course we will. Absolutely.
We definitely will. Thank you, everyone, for a fantastic day. Can I say a big thank you to Jan on the socials tonight? And I also say thank you to Nicola and to Jamie. Jamie was rushing around in that last little break trying to get the mic sorted. So hats off to him. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to Tracy. Thank you to you, Craig.
Thank you to you.
No, thank you to you.
And you.
And you.
And you.
We will be back tomorrow for all the fun of the fair. And as we said, there's loads of goodies. We didn't get round to everything on the show, but shop the show. You can... Actually, we've pretty much done everything today, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because anything that wasn't on this show, we will have featured earlier on Masterclass. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody. Have a brilliant rest of your Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow together from midday, hopefully with a microphone each. Or, do you know what? This might be the new Crafters TV. We might just do it like this from now on. But anyway, from me and he...
You don't get to see me do this, do you?
No, do it.
Toodles!